So it's been a little while since I've done a review for a new film which has only just come out on DVD. So I thought I'd do one that came out this the previous Monday in the UK. Now, I was sceptical at first when I heard that they were remaking the classic. Well, it's not really a remake even. It's a reboot, sequel. I don't know what it is. Is it a sequel, a prequel, a reboot, a remake, a reimagining? It's not actually been defined properly, but quite impressed with it. It is the new version of Evil Dead. Now, as you can see, it says terrifying. Terrifying's not the right word. Gruesome would be the right word. Terrifying insinuates that you'll be scared, but no. It's quite horrifying, this version is. It's probably as controversial as the original one was when it came out as to what this is now. Very cabin feverish. If you've watched Cabin Fever, I know not similar, but it has the similar sort of feel with the people trying to escape, slowly getting taken over by something and dying. Very good story though. I enjoyed this. Really explores the darker side of horror, and this is one of the best new horror films I've seen probably since Cabin in the Woods last year, which impressed the hell out of me. So, who directed it? Now, the director was... I should know when I'm looking at the minute, I'm sorry about this. It was directed by Fede Alvarez, who didn't actually direct the original three. Sam Raimi is involved with this film. He produces it with star of the first three, Bruce Campbell, of course. A very bloody, very gory, very violent. I don't know what else to say about it. There's some nods to the first two films with what they do in the film, with what happens to the characters. Of course, Deadites, Book of the Dead, the Necronomicon, all there. Chainsaw there as well. Limbs losing, blood, everything you could imagine. So, what did I think of it? Was I impressed? Did it bore me? I'm not going to compare it to the originals, that's unfair. Because the original's a classic. They're probably one of the two greatest movie trilogies of all time. So where do I put this with a modern horror set? 8.5 out of 10. I don't want to give it a 9 because it's not, say, as comical and hysterical as the original Evil Dead, but it's more violent, it's more brutal, it's more gruesome, and it's one of the most flawlessly made horror films of the past 10 years, I would say. It's up there with my favourite recent horror films, such as Cabin in the Woods and The Devil's Rejects, so that's really saying a lot. Hell of a lot of blood used in this film. I'm surprised they managed to get away with as much as they did, because if you watch it, there's probably gallons and gallons and gallons of blood non-stop all the time. Very unusual concept, and I like the ending. The ending clearly teases something. Post-credits. I'm not going to say what happens in it, but right after all the credits have finished, something happens. If you've not seen it or heard what happens in it, and you want to watch it, make sure you fast forward through the credits, or watch the credits, I don't really care what you do, and then watch the scene. It hints at something, but I'm not saying what. Not as groovy as the first three, but still as brilliant.